So, why React? React is an open source JavaScript library developed over 10 years ago by Facebook to solve a very specific problem, and that was to make rendering complex UIs fast and easy. Today, in that category, React is the top used library in the world. Complex apps that use React include not only Facebook web interface itself, but other large sites including Netflix, Walmart, Airbnb, Salesforce, and many others. According to buildwith.com, there are currently over 7 million websites out there built with React. At the core of React is a component model that you, as a JavaScript developer, create and update. As updates are made to the component model in JavaScript, the user's browser is instantly updated. Let me explain what I mean by that with a simple to-do list manager React app. The functionality is very straightforward. We have an input text box at the top of our app along with an add item button. That, when pressed, adds a new item to our to-do list. Hovering over an item on the to-do list, then clicking it deletes it. The component model for this app is very intuitive. As developers, we typically think of a collection of components as a tree. All React apps have a single component at the top of the tree that we refer to as the root component of our app. All components can have 0, 1 or more children. That means that this app component can be our entire app, or it can be the parent of many other components. Our app component has two direct children components. One of them is a simple form that contains a text input field to enter to-do items in, as well as a button that, when clicked, adds a new item to the existing items that are already children of our to-do items list. The other child component is the to-do list itself. That component can contain a variable number of components as a children. What makes React apps both intuitive to program as well as hugely performant is that inside our components in our component tree, we trigger JavaScript events that can update one or more components anywhere in that tree. Following that, the React engine blazingly fast updates the browser UI to reflect the new updated component tree. For example, let's type a new to-do item in our input text field, which is a child of the add form component. Then press its sibling component, the add item button. What happens in our component tree is that the add item button sends whatever value was typed into our input field component up to the add form component. That in turn sends that value up to the app component. That app component automatically sends the new item to the to-do items component. That then creates a new child item component that becomes the third item in our to-do list. Once that third item is added, our browser immediately updates to reflect the new state of our component tree, which is that there are 3 items now in that to-do list. Removing an item is similar. When we hover over one of our to-do items, then clicking on it, that item component sends a message to its parent component, and that parent that maintains a list of to-do items removes that item from its list. Finally, when the UI is rendered by the React engine, the third item is removed and just 2 remaining to-do items are represented by our component tree. Again, the user interface automatically updates to reflect the new state of this tree. I showed the update happening after a component tree is updated, but in most real React applications, the UI updates practically simultaneously to the tree being updated. Typically, when a component tree update happens, the UI reflects that change in less time than it takes for a single frame of the browser to be displayed on the monitor, which is blazingly fast. That is the primary reason that React apps run so well in our browsers.